Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So as you can see in front of me, I have some new models. Now these are actually the new Horus Heresy Imperial Fist Praetors. Now the title of this video is all about the size of these, because for me you can definitely see now there is going to be a scale increase when it comes to the Firstborn Marines to the Horus Heresy range. We're going to show each one of these new Praetors off next to one of the old models. I had to root through my bits box to bring you some of these very first Imperial Fist models I painted. You can tell like they are super old, and it was basically me learning painting, but this is all I've got really for like old Horus Heresy models to compare it to. I've also got some Primaris models off screen which I'll be bringing in, and we'll compare them to them as well, because you will be very surprised how they match up to Primaris models now. You can't really see that much of a difference in my personal opinion. Now I'm just going to start with the actual Marines, should I say the non-Terminator Marines first. Now, this one, which is painted as an Imperial Fist, was from the Mark of Calf box set, if I'm not mistaken. And already, if we just put it to the side, you can see the scale. Now, yes, this guy has got a little crouch stance, but so is this guy. He's leaning over one way again. If I show you he's little leaning over, so I tried to get one as best matching the poses as possible, but you can definitely see now, scale wise, that this new Praetor is what I would say a head taller than this Mark IV Marine now. The Mark IV Marine, from what I can tell just looking at it now in my own hands, is that this seems very squatted down, he's braced down, everything feels so compact, where on these new ones now, it has length to it. It really does look like a Space Marine that can move in his power armor, which again is, for me, I think is absolutely fantastic. If we just put these chaps over to one side and we bring on the Dreadnoughts, I have to be careful with this because most of this is held together with blue tack at the moment. So the Cataphracti armor, this is the one you can really tell. So again, I'll do a side version there. Look how tall that is. Now this is Tartarus Terminator armor. Again, it's missing some of the bits here because I haven't stuck everything on because I'm just doing the showcase. But Cataphracti armor is supposed to be more chunky, more bigger, if I'm not mistaken. But the scale of this guy now, the new Imperial Fist Praetor, is just unbelievable. It's absolutely bloody massive. Now I haven't got an old Tartarus image to compare, an old Tartarus model to compare this to, but I'm going to put one up on the screen right now for you chaps to look at. This was taken over in Bolter and Chainsword. I put the user who it was taken from up on the screen as well, but he's got an old Tartarus, and look at the new one to the old one in terms of scale. It is absolutely bloody massive. Absolutely massive. I can't believe how big it's gone. For me, I prefer this scale because it means I can paint better, because I'm not really, a good painter. My stuff is tabletop standard. So, bigger models means I can get more detail in personally for my paint level. So, yeah, I do like it. I know I've seen a lot of people saying, what does this mean now for my entire range? Is it going to look stupid? Is it going to look silly? Yeah, again, that's the argument about that. Do you want it to increase, or do you want it to keep it the same that we have been having? Now, again, I'll just show you this off a little bit more from this side and stuff, the shoulder pads, everything from the front. I'll spin it around to the back. Excuse me, this guy hasn't got his cape on or anything because again, I'm not fully assembled these properly, but you can tell. Look at the legs. Just look at the legs. Look how chunky and big the legs are. It is absolutely massive. Now, the probably thing to talk about is what's this compared to Primaris. Now, so the closest I want to get, of course, is probably Gravis. So this is my Celestial Lion Gravis character, and you can tell they're kind of the. I would say the aggressor, or should I say the Gravis Sergeant, or I don't know what he's bloody called yet, is a little bit bigger. But again, this Terminator is on a bit of a lean. I think if the Terminator stood up as this chap is standing up, I think it would probably be the same size. I would even argue maybe it would be a little bit bigger in his actual armor. Again, for me, if you turn it around to the back of it, you can see how chunky the legs are and everything like that. If we actually bring Valrak in, put Valrak in, because they both had swords and stuff, you can see how big they are. Yes, Valrak he's stood on an Iron Warrior because that's where they belong, in the dirt. But you can definitely see now, scale-wise, they are getting there. They are definitely getting there. They are matching up to Primaris Marines. As I was saying, I think you would have to look very, very close to see the difference in scale between Primaris Marines and these new Firstborn sculpts now, with the Horus Heresy. If we just spin it back round to the front, let you chaps look at that one. Actually, I'll bring it here like this, so you can see it this way, and I'll put this one here, and I'll maybe put this one here. You can see just off the Terminator sizes how big that is. I definitely think now this whole scale is just going to change. I know some people were saying that maybe it's because they're characters, that's why the scale is this way. I personally don't think that. I think the scale is being pumped up in size. I don't know by what percentage, but as we've been showing off in this video, it seems a decent size. Now, if we just get rid of all these Terminators, and I'll bring in the Marine for comparison. So again, this is the Marine, the Imperial Fist Praetor. And again, I've tried to, well, let me switch these guys around. I've tried to get the same ones with a bit of a crouch pose on them and stuff like that. So again, size-wise, it looks, and I would struggle to say which one is taller if I just glance at it. If obviously, if you look at it more, I would probably say this one is going to be a little bit taller, but not that much. Not that much indeed. It kind of is the same type of size, I would argue. This is the Primaris Captain, my Soul Drinker Captain. I think this was like a limited edition model, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, side again. I have to be careful with this one. This one's hardly stuck together as well. The shoulder pads, big, massive, chunky shoulder pads. Look at the power packs. The power packs are big, nearly the same size as well. Yes, this one's a bit more streamlined, but that's just because of the design of it. But it looks it. If anything that you can probably tell it apart, I would say the Primaris armor itself is a bit more chunky. It's a bit more wider. But, you know, how tall the models are, if they were to stand up straight, again, I would argue that they are definitely going to be the same size. Definitely if you compare it to stuff like this. Look, if you compare it and get all these three people in chat now, on the video, it's not a live stream, you can definitely tell the size difference from that. Definitely, absolutely, 100% tell the size difference. So, yeah, for me, this looks like the scale is definitely changing. I'll bring everyone back in now so you can see it all for yourself. I'll bring this little Terminator around here. That's what I'm going to call it, this little Terminator. I wonder if the Cataphracti in this new box set are going to get big. Look how big that is. To look like it's towering over this Primaris guy now, at least. And Valrak in the background as well. So yeah, I would love to get your thoughts, feedback, anything like that, chaps. What do you think of this new scale? Do you think the new scale is changing? Is it just my eyes deceiving me? Leave your thoughts, feedback, everything like that in the chat below, and we'll have a nice little talk down there as we always do. See you now. Hopefully you're having a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. See ya, and bye-bye.